Hello guys, in this example I'm going to show you guys how to work with ZeuZ to update a table that has multiple rows but with very similar or same button or properties to work with. So as you can see in this row we have multiple different rows but yet we have identical property here, delete, all of them are same. So in this case we need to refer which edit I'm referring to. In this case let's say row number 2. But using row number 2 wouldn't be a wise idea here because you may have, right now you may have 2 or 3 items, next time you may have 5 items. This item may move around. So what we want to do is use this as a reference. And in ZeuZ, to use something as a reference, we use something called sibling. And in this case, let's assume that we want to update the shares of this item. So in manually, I would click on the edit button and then I would then interact with it. We don't want to use index here, especially on this sequence, because this will definitely change over time. But if we look at these, inspect these items here, let's look at that. So if I click on edit and I click on inspect, this is a text area. But this is also a text area. So if I look at this, this is also a text area. So I need to first refer this to identify my row. And then I need to provide text area number 2 sort of is the one that I'm looking for. And that's the one that I want to update. So let's go ahead and create our test cases in ZeuZ. So I go to testing, create edit. And for title, table row update, and I'll submit my test case. So this will open up to the page where I have the option to go to my steps now, and I'll add my new action. I'll go to the web page. Okay, so now that I have my action step created, I'll just delete my sequential actions. And now I'm going to go in to the go to demo to add my web address, the page that I want to visit. So here's the go to web page, add action. I'm just going to simply switch my tab, copy the URL, select this and paste it here, save the action and get out. So now I'll just go to add action below, update middle row item. All right, so now let's go ahead and add our actions on it. So looking at this, we can see that there are multiple edit. So I need to inspect this edit button. So it's just a text, so edit. And I want to refer this as a sibling, meaning in this row, this is the most important item for me. I want to use this item as a reference. We call it siblings, and I want to be able to click on this. So in this case, I'm going to add siblings as a reference. So if I search for sibling, I can see that click by sibling is here. So I will just add this action. And the sibling is basically the text that we are referring to. In this case, it will be this object. And the button that we want to click on is the button edit. So it's just edit. And this is the actual element that I'm trying to interact with. So it's edit. And they must share a common parent. In this case, I just have to hover my mouse over and see what is the most common parent here for this row. As you can see in this row, as soon as I hover over the TR, it's highlighting the entire row. So in this case, TR, which is the tag name, is the parent for both of these. I can't go to the T body, then it's going to take the entire table, and in the entire table there are multiple of this edit button. So it's more like refer this object to this one. So TR is our parent. So in this case, TR is a tag, and I just put TR here. And that's pretty much it for clicking on the edit button. So let's go ahead and manually click on the edit button. So now we need to update the, let's say, share. We want to update the share. So if I inspect this, share is a text area, but I also have to keep in mind, are there multiple text area? In this case, yes. So if you look at above, there's another text area in here. So I have to provide index because this is the first one and the second one. So I now need to provide text area. Okay, so we're entering text now. So I'm just going to copy this action quickly, and it will be much more faster this way. So just copy at the bottom. I'm replacing click with text because I'm entering text. I'll just enter my values here. And now I'm just gonna, because since I'm reusing most of these items, that's the reason I could just quickly copy this. So this is going to stay the same. This is still the siblings I'm referring to. The parent is going to stay the same because if I look back, the parent for this is the same parent as this. So let's just go back up a little bit. So it's this one item here, and this is the row that's highlighting. All right. So just disable that. Okay. So now we do need to add one more information for our element parameter that we're trying to interact with. Our element parameter in this case is going to be the text area. It's a tag. So I'm just going to go ahead and update this to tag, and the value is text area. As we mentioned, it's the second item. So in index count, it is the index number 1. So it starts with index 0 as the first item and index 1 being the second item. So just keep in mind that index is actually starts from 0, not from 1. All right, this will enter the value for 34.56 and update it from whatever the text is here. So now the next action is basically just to click on the save. Since there are no other save button around here, so we can safely use our AI in this case. Click on save and add action, click an item, action by AI, and add action. And that's all for this. Okay, let's go ahead and run this test case now.